What is going on, everybody? Voidlego here, back with another episode of Higurashi When They Cry. Last time we were on, we were just introduced to this story. We moved into a mysterious little mountain town. I wouldn't say mysterious, just a mountain town, but probably there's going to be some spooky things going to happen. We met a cast of girls, and yeah, let's get right to it. No matter what the day had held, the last school bell always came too soon. Our shadows stretched off into the distance. Okay, wait a minute. I think I might have... Just, give me a second here. I was messing around a little bit after last episode. I must have changed one of the art styles. There it is. There we go. I was doing it last episode and it wasn't doing anything. I'm like, oh, it must have changed nothing. Guess not. Was that the original art style? Ooh, kind of rough. Just saying. It was such a direct question from Rena. I inadvertently blushed. If it was for a date, then wouldn't you do it more subtly? Rena saw me lost for words and realized that I misunderstood and turned red as well. So apparently that wasn't what she meant. Damn it! Since it's always fun when Rena's in a panic, I went along with it a little. Pointing it up, I slumped my shoulders, feigning dejection. Man, Genji's a fucking asshole. Unable to hold it in any longer, Mion slapped me on the back. Mion was rolling on the floor, clutching her stomach while Rena flailed around, completely bewildered. Couldn't help but start laughing as well, feeling just a bit guilty I ruffled Rena's hair. She really is a cute one. Shut up, Mion. It was only a momentary lapse, but there was no way Mion would let such a detectable detail slip by her. Delectable. Saying anything more was also a bad idea. In my bewildered state, I slipped further into an unfavorable position. After that, Mion continued to tease me about it for a while. Oh, what a cast of characters. Gee, I sure hope nothing bad happens to them. Don't worry, guys. I've watched Danganronpa and Steins Gate. Nothing bad could ever happen to these lovable characters. It had been so long that Rena had forgotten. That's how long Mion had teased me. That was true. I hate to say it, but if you blindfolded me and spun me around 3 times like we were playing pin on the tail on the donkey, I wouldn't be able to tell up from down here. Alright. That would be a godsend. Frankly, I was happy about the offer. I got stuff to do. Like, read a book. I was being stubborn so as not to give a clear yes or no. Even though I thought it was a godsend, I'm too much of a scamp to say so up front.
圭一君、暇じゃないのかな、この。
Well, Mion and I had our rather sour back and forth when Rena peeked over at me hesitantly. Figuring I'd been a bit too rough on her, I just gave him.
すまん、許せ、ごめん。暇だ。
よかった。
The trepidation disappeared from Rena's face as it blossomed into a smile.
おうおう。ミオンさんとレナさんじゃ随分と温度差がありますじゃん。
It's because you're an asshole, Mion. It seemed Mion didn't care for how rude I was to her, compared to how quickly I agreed with Rena. But her being annoyed was very interesting. So I pushed Rena forward, speeding up our pace to leave Mion behind.
行こう、レナ。明日は二人っきりで出かけような。いや、みなミオンは置い。
え？あ、圭一君がそれでいいなら。案内しようって提案したのは私。しかとすんな、前原圭一。
Damn, full name.
二人きりでピクニック嬉しいな。弁当は持ってくか、レナ。
お弁当いるならレナ作っちゃおうかな。レナもしかとすんな。二人がラブラブだって村中に回覧板を。
Ow.
じゃあレナ、今日は早く帰ってお弁当の準備するね。
This is probably not what happened, but then Rena just knocked the fuck Mion the fuck out.
明日が楽しみ。じゃあね、圭一君にみーちゃん、さよなら。
Rena bounded off like she was walking on the moon. After the dust settled, all that was left was me standing next to Mion's spot on the fucking ground. There was a welt on her face. Fucking knocked her out. God damn.
大丈夫か？
Fucking straight jab. Jesus.
ミオンとレナの立ち位置。
あんたが来て以来、切れ味は増す一方。おじさん、身が持たないわ。
Maybe it'd be easier to stop saying stuff that makes Rena want to hit you. Or else this will end up being Mion's slapstick comedy hour. If that happened, the results might be fatal.
くじけるなよ、ミオン。レナのジャブを見切れるのはお前しかいない。
私は膝じゃないかと思ってんだけどね。
Could it be that we were hanging around with an unrivaled martial arts master? Maybe someday we'll see her debut in an extreme contact sport.
レナには負けられないぞ。ミオンも鍛えてリベンジだ。
Dude, Rena becomes a WWE diva? Hell yeah, I see that.
ケイちゃんがしてよ。おじさんは応援してる。
Why do you keep referring to yourself as old geezer? Mion and I reaffirmed our determination to discover a way to counter Rena's infallible technique. Yeah, that is interesting. Maybe it's just because she's older than everyone else. Or maybe not. Maybe. And that is a screenshot. There we go. Thumbnail acquired. We're a mixed grade. We don't have a uniform. New tips. View all tips. The fuck is this? What the hell is this? What is it?
レナってさ、俺と同い年だったよな。
うん、そうだよ。も同じだよね。
Oh wow, let me guess. Scorpio. Hey now, it would be weird if we were the same age, but not the same zodiac animal.
そんなことないよ。誕生日の違いがあれば、年齢が同じでも干支が違うこともあり得るって。
Yeah.
あれ？あ、そうか。ミオン、頭いいじゃないか。
ところで、ケイチ君は何月生まれなのかな？
He says August.
レナは7月なんだよ。
Rena smirked and puffed up with pride. Hey now, what's the meaning of this? She's not planning to be all high and mighty if her birthday's a wee bit sooner than mine, is she?
だが諦めろ。俺に誕生日で挑もうったって無駄なことだ。なんならどっちが年上か罰ゲーム付きで勝負してもいいぜ。
Huh, I wonder if these tips are like scenes the creator wanted to put in but couldn't find like a good place to put them in, so he decided, or the development team or whoever made this decided to like put it into like this section where it can answer some questions that wouldn't fit into the like proper main story. I'm just guessing. Rena panicked at suddenly being challenged. Given how panicked she is, I can't be so sure she's confident in winning. It's just, sending her in a panic about something as simple as a birthday is so fun. I can't help myself.
ってことはケイちゃん、ひょっとして4月生まれ？
そういうこったな。残念だな、レナ。
Wait, today it is April.
俺、もうとっくにレナより年上なんだよ。
へえ、そうなんだ。じゃあ、みーちゃんと同い年なんだね。まあ、ほんの何ヶ月かはね。すぐにまた差を開いてあげるけどさ。
Mion smirked through her nose. Hey, now that's not something to get all high and mighty about. Shut up, Keiji. As if I'm one to talk.
そういえば、ミオンって上級生なんだよな。
下級生の方が燃えるってんなら、今日から下級生ってことでもいいけど。
Shut up, I'm not a Discord mod, Mion.
みーちゃん、よくわかんないこと言ってる。
Just by seeing Rena's blushing face, you could tell she knew exactly what she meant by it. Though...
で、サトコとリカちゃんが下級生と。どころか、学校が違うくらいの下級生だよな。
Yeah, she'd be in fucking elementary.
ケイチ君はちょっと好みの年齢が低すぎると思うな。
You're not making any sense yourself, Rena. I'll just grab onto her head and scruff it up a bit. Damn, these are good character interactions. Fuck. Fuck, am I falling in love with these characters again? Damn
なん
it.
でこの学校ってクラスが学年混在なんだ？
How long are these?
教室の数が足りないからだよ。仕方ないじゃん。営林署の建物を間借りしてんだからさ。
Forestry services. When she says it like that, it makes sense. I thought our school was strange for a while now. The schoolyard is gravel, there are rooms that are for classes, and there's some strange sort of construction machinery parked here. And also there's some like rituals on like Wednesday nights or something where all the people in town come together. I just ignored it, you know, just tradition.
なんで借りてるんだよ。本当の学校はどうしちゃったんだよ。
Burned down to the
戦
ground.
前からずーっと立ってたらしいからね。老朽化でね。廃校ってわけよ。
Probably was a grand old schoolhouse.
まあそれで生徒は町の学校に通うことになったんだけどさ。遠いでしょ？どこの学校だったの？沖宮の駅前通りを抜けて病院に曲がって小児科の向かいに学校あるのわかる？
Nope.
遠いよ。
I couldn't tell where that was by the location, but I understood it was pretty far from Rena's reaction.
まあそんなわけでさ、沖宮の学校に通いたくない連中はこうして営林署の建物を間借りした仮校舎に通ってるってわけさ。
Convenient.
ひなみ沢の子供の半分くらいかな。朝早くに自転車で通ってる子たちも結構いるよ。
Half the children? Then where's the other half?
まあこんなはちゃめちゃな学校に通ってたら
went somewhere
進学
else.
校とかはちょっと無理だろうからね。
Yeah, no, wait, okay, yeah. Yeah, they probably went to the other school that's way more far away.
そんなことないよみーちゃん。ちゃんと頑張ればどこでだってお勉強はできるよ。
I'm just trying to like find any clues as to like where's the supernatural shit, where's the cults, where's like the fucking killing baby lambs, where's
お、
it?
そ そうだぞそうだぞ。レナとは意見が一致したな。
It's gonna catch me by surprise. I fucking know it. That's what these games typically do. Even though I'm on guard, it's gonna fucking catch me by the throat and fucking surprise me.
そうだねそうだね頑張ろう。せいぜい頑張ってくださいな。おじさんはささやかに応援しとりますわ。
俺たちがじゃないぞ。ミオンがだぞ。お前受験生だろ。こんな成績じゃお先真っ暗だぞ。
いいもんいいもん。路頭に迷ったら永久就職してケイちゃんに食わせてもらうから。
God damn it, Mayon.
永久就職ってなんだろうなんだろう。
Alright, Rena, you gotta get your fucking mind out of the gutter.
ほらそこうるさいですよ。
Chie.
自習は静かに。
Wait, Chie for Persona 4? What? The teacher yelled at all three of us. It was completely our fault. Sadako saw it and courted heartily. I stuck out my tongue at her in response. It is just as Mion says. This school has nothing to do with higher education. But it makes up for that by having lots of valuable things other schools don't. With friendship. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do the other one. Might as well. Curious. It's only June. It's already so fucking hot. Could hear the Higurashi outside chirping. Me, me. And at night there were mosquitoes. Oh, Higurashis are like birds? I should probably look that up. Or maybe I shouldn't. Should I look that up? Is it spoilers? Probably not. Maybe it is though. Might as well be summer already. My only salvation was that the mornings were still cool.
暑いでございますわね。
Uh-huh. Sadako was flapping her skirt lingerie. That's pretty unladylike there. Even if she was a little black, she still was a girl.
ケイチさんはワイシャツ一枚で涼しそうですわね。羨ましいですわ。
俺から見りゃスカートのサトコの方が涼しそうだよ。この時期のズボンがどれだけ暑いか女のお前にはわかるまい。
It is pretty hot wearing jeans in summer.
暑いって。
And when I was about to pass out, this girl has gone imagining something indecent.
レナの夏服は涼しそうな色合いがいいよな。見てるこっちも涼しくなる。
ありがとう。本当に涼しいんだよ。私もレナさんみたいな涼しい夏服が良かったですわね。でもサトコちゃんの夏服ワンピースですっごい可愛いし、レナはサトコちゃんの夏服着てみたいな。
Lena, first you want to kidnap these kids, now you want to wear their clothes. Come on!
これ結構蒸しますわよ。絶対にレナさんの方が涼しいですわ。でも可愛い服の方がきっと楽しいよ。はう。
I had a feeling that Lena and Sadako's base values were fundamentally different.
そういえばこの学校って指定の制服とかないんだよな。
We don't got the money to pay them.
ないよ。ふさわしい服であれば私服でも大丈夫なんだよ。
There are quite a few students in regular clothes. There were a few wearing uniforms, but they were all the same design and leather plain.
他の連中が着てる制服は何なんだよ。みんなお揃いだよな。
By the way, why is this classroom always empty? Hell, I haven't even seen our teacher.
あれは町の学校の制服なんですのよ。別に決まってるわけじゃないですけど、みんな着てますわね。
Fucking nerds.
そこへ行くと俺らの仲間はみんないろいろな制服を着てるよな。わざわざどこかから取り寄せたのか？
It's so we can have unique color, we have our own colors, you know, distinct character designs.
ええ、ミオンさんが調達してくださいますの。
Really?
みーちゃんの親類で古着商をやってる人がいて、全国の学校の服を格安で仕入れてるんだって。
Really? By kidnapping the school kids? I mean, what?
でその親類に頼んで いろいろ個性的な制服を取り寄せてもらってるわけか。
We're wearing the dead school children. That Mion, she probably was using her friends as dress-up dolls. That must be a strange second-hand clothing store. I get that it's a second-hand clothing store, but stocking clothes from schools all over the country? That's pretty strange for a second-hand clothing store. What's the point in stocking up clothes from faraway schools they know nothing about?
それはレナも思うよ。他にも体操服とかスクール水着のフルとかも扱ってるの。
Who the hell would get a used school swimming suit?
そういうののフルはちょっと嫌だよね。
Yeah, you think?
あんまり儲かってなさそうな商売だな。きっと少しでも儲けさせるためにミオンが一肌脱いでやってるんだろうな。
でもいつもミオンさんが自信満々に言いますのよ。今にきっと大ブレイクしてすごい商売になるって。
A second-hand clothing store that stocks school uniforms will be a big hit? I don't get it. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Well, how about we go ahead and... Should I make... No, I'll do different saves if there's like a... End of chapter 111. By the way, guys, since there's like multiple chapters, should I just like play through all of them or should I like space them out? I've tried to look at like how long each of these chapters are, but it like depends. So like, I don't know. I took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. And to top it off, that pesky mom of mine pushing a return journey errand on me just as I'm trying to leave the house. Maybe I'll play like a Telltale game, you know, since that had like multiple episodes to it. Maybe I'll just blow through every one of them. But the thing is, this game has 8 chapters, and well, it's different from 5 episodes. But hey, what are you gonna do? Today was the day when Mion were going to show me around Hinamazawa. Probably gonna say that wrong every time. Rena and Mion were already waiting at the meeting place. That is a cute, it's cute crows for Rena.
悪い悪い。攻めるのは夕べの面白かった特番に行ってくれ。
I was trying to watch The Walking Dead last night. It was really good.
女の子との待ち合わせに遅刻して言い訳がそれってわけ？
Absolutely. The Walking Dead precedes over any type of gender.
みーちゃんだって今来たばかりなんだよ。
Playing your damn card games.
夕べの密着24時間面白かったしねえ。
Of course you watch slice of life anime. She was just as guilty as me. Lena was carrying a pretty heavy-looking handbag. What is that? Mion answered my unspoken question with a wink. That's right. Lena really did make a picnic.
ケイちゃん、あの後レナ大張り切りだったらしいよ。
別に俺がけしかけたわけじゃないだろう。
Like she's gonna do it, can't she?
そんな大変じゃなかったから気にしないでよ。ね。夕べから今朝まであのテンションらしいよ。責任取れんの？
How?
わかった。俺も男だ。責任は取る。
Okay, fine. I'll fucking Matt Stone the entire picnic.
責任ってなんだろうなんだろう。
You have gotta get your head out of the gutter, Rena, please. As we both turned around slowly to look at Rena, our gazes drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. It didn't seem logically feasible that it would be entirely filled with lunchboxes. Except this was Rena we were talking about here.
2キロくらいかな。
Kilos?
レナね、荷物持つときよっこらしょって言ってた。5キロ。それはオーバー。ケイチ君男の子だからきっといっぱい食べるだろうと思ってたくさんね。もう行こう。
Just from the way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only things in there were lunchboxes. Oh, also, I packed a gun, just in case.
訂正俺も5キロ
手伝いはするけど全部食べるんだからね。レナを悲しませたら許さないよ。
The only thing I could do at that moment was exercise a bit to make myself hungrier. Time to do some stretches before going to town on those lunchboxes. Having finished with the pleasantries, we begin our leisurely stroll. A carefree walk, bathed in the gentle morning sunlight. I couldn't have even imagined something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. These were the boonies, after all. No solitary desk jockeys trudging to work on the weekends out here. No drunk, middle-aged businessmen out here. It was a nice place. Peaceful and quiet. As sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking around.
あ、こんにちは。
こんにちは。あら、そちらは。確か、前原くんだったかしら。
My two companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. All of these passerbys even knew my name.
なんで俺ってこんなに有名人なんだ
We passed three people, and when all three of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid.
悲しいかな。
A guy comes up like, "Ah, so you must be the new sacrifice. I mean, newcomer to our village."
ひなみ沢は人が少ないからね。みんな顔見知りなんだよね。
つまりなんだ知らない顔が歩いてればそれは自動的に新しく引っ越してきた前原さんってことになるわけか
うん、そういうことになるね。
It was a process of elimination you could only pull off in a place like this, but it was quite effective. A little too effective, if you ask me. From now on, I better make sure to maintain a good reputation. The day I'm discovered accidentally gawking at a dirty magazine in the bookstore, I can expect all the villagers waving me as a leech by the next day. Himanozawa is not to be trifled with. That's not the end of this nightmare. Oh, this is only just the beginning.
わかるよ。最初に会ったのが牧野林店の竹蔵おじさん。趣味は盆栽と尺八なんだよ。
次が乾物屋の次男の大輔君。趣味は狙撃で将来の夢は超永久スナイパーだとか。
A sniper in the village, huh? Gee, I hope that doesn't come up in the future.
それで今の人は入江診療所の看護師の美代さん。趣味は野鳥の観察と撮影だって。
すれ違った全員の名前までわかるのかよプロフィールまで
They might surprise me on and when I exchange looks and burst into laughter.
まあね。ここいらは都会みたいにご近所付き合いが希薄じゃないからね。
It's very close in the
試
community.
しに聞いてみよう今ここにいる俺は誰だ
前原圭一くん。意地悪なこと言うけど、本当は優しいテレ屋さん。
転校してきてようやく3週間。趣味は昼寝。最近トランクス派に転向
Excuse me?
したよね。
もういいもういい
トランクス。
それもいい
Rena's gonna fucking just die of embarrassment one day, I swear. Apparently, there's absolutely nothing you can keep hidden here. Hanazawa is not a place to be trifled with.
これじゃあさ俺のための案内ってより俺のお披露目みたいだな
Oh, we just gotta introduce the sacrifice to, the newcomer.
そうだね。うちらさ、これだけ賑やかに練り歩いてたからね。みんな思うんじゃない？ケイちゃんもひなみ沢に馴染んでくれたんだって。
He better or else.
ひなみ沢は過疎だから。村中みんなが新しい仲間を歓迎してくれてるの。
Shrinking? I wonder why. Is it because there's a demon in the woods? Or is there a cult? I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of, "You're kidding me," but I held back. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before? Thinking about that made me believe what they said wasn't a joke at all. We passed another person. Of course, we were called out to again the same way.
あらこんにちは
Whoa.
仲良しそうでいいわね
藤島さんちのおばさんだよ。こんにちは。
あら前原くん両手に花でいいわねどう生活はもう慣れた
Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an empathetic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was.
グッド
As I looked back over to Rena and Mion, they gave me a wink.
でね、そろそろお昼にしないかな。
Psh. Rena's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each other.
俺も男だ。努力はする。だが量が多すぎる。
よしケイちゃん、ここはおじさんに任せなさい。
We're probably gonna die. Mion has never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I expect no less from the class representative.
レナ、どうせ食べるならさ、見晴らしのいいところで食べない？
それいい。賛成。
Rena nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. Oh boy, stairs. Oh no. Oh, a shrine. Cresting the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. So I move here. It had worn down a bit for the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling.
ここはね、古出神社っていうの。多分見晴らしが一番いいところかな。
I always
ここの場
want
所
to visit
よく覚えとい
a
てね。
Japanese shrine. Probably be a nice place to go to.
もうすぐここでお祭りがあるんだから。
Well,
へえ。祭りにしちゃちょっと早いシーズンだよな。
綿流しは夏祭りじゃなくてね。昔は冬の終わりを喜ぶお祭りだったらしいよ。
Wanatakashi. Isn't that the name of one of the chapters? I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in the summer. I mean, most of them are. I mean, a bit of them
さて
are.
弁当を広げてと。
Various colored lunch boxes were placed one after the other on top of the plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It was Rena's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But is it even possible to finish all of this? Hey, Mion, it'll take more than a good just a good view to get this all down, you know?
こんにちはです。
Oh, it's Rika. It was Rika-chan and Sadako. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see. This was her secret plan. The power in numbers. Yeah, my thanks, Mion. Following up when all the pieces are in place is my specialty.
騒がしいから来てみれば、これは何ですの？
見りゃわかるだろ。これからランチタイムだ。ビュッフェスタイルだ。レナの手作り弁当に舌鼓だ。
We're all probably gonna die by eating this.
そんなの見ればわかるでございますわ。どうして人様の庭でご座なんか広げてますの？
It's your property?
神社は公共の場所だぞ。勝手に独占するな。
圭一の言う通りですよ。みんなのお庭にしますです。
くー、やっぱりリカちゃんはいい子だな。座りな、そこ。一緒に食べよう。
After opening up a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back on Sadako.
ちょっとお待ちなさいな。私はどこに座ればいいんですの？
You'll find it
お
yourself.
前に座る場所はないし、食べる分もない。
Little jigsaw.
大丈夫だよ。さとこちゃんの分もちゃんとあるから。
ない。さとこの分も俺がいただく。
そんなことは許せませんの。リカ。はい、お箸です。
Both Sadako and I wept at the boxes, having it out with each other. God damn it, give me
いや
food!
いや、ケイちゃん乗せるのうまいわほんと。才能あるのかもしれない。
ちゃんも。
Rena whipped out pairs of chopsticks and paper plates.
僕たちも頑張らないとなくなってしまうです。
そうだね。よし、参戦と行くかな。
It's battle.
いっぱい食べてね。ちゃんとみんなの分あるから。
Rena said as she opened up a thermos. Just then I realized that this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. Didn't change how much it was, but the implication behind it was different.
そのハンバーグは渡しませんわ。
いや、肘は反則だろう、サトコ。
襟首をつかむのも反則でございます。
It was a tough battle, blocking with her full momentum and elbow in the opening moves. Sadako appeared to have the upper hand, but the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand.
最後のミートボール。
That's my meatball, goddammit!
おちょ、サトコ、破れたり。
Sadako and I, Amboy, began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Rika-chan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Seeing that made Rena blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Mion advised Rena to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked. Oh, that's the best line! That's the best one in any game I've ever read! I'm sorry, that's so fucking good! Oh, that's good. Oh my god, oh. Rena, we don't... Rena, you can't become a Discord moderator. This is how our meals usually go. I do anything in my power just so things could stay like this. It's such a great fucking wine. Oh my god, it's a fantastic wine. I didn't even, it didn't even process in my head after I read it. Oh my god, that's fucking great! The intense battle calmed, and finally everyone reached a point where they could begin talking. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh.
日本語ってやつはさ、どうしてこう味に対する賛辞が少ないんだろうな。
It's good.
食事中の団らんって考えがそもそも近代に入ってからだからじゃない？
Really?
昔の人は無言で食事を済ませたそうだし、作る人もちょっぴり寂しかったろうね。きっと昔の人は食べるのに忙しくて味を褒める暇もなかったのですわ。
That's just you.
でもね、美味しいの一言だけでも嬉しいよ。苦労の甲斐があったかなって。
She blushed a little as she said that.
美味しいです。
With absolutely perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Rena directly with praise. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence. Huh? After Rena uttered an... The fuck was that? After Rena uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof! Rena, please.
リカちゃん、お持ち帰りじゃなくて。
Rena, we've talked about this before. You can't just kidnap kids.
ありがとう。本当に美味しかったですよ。
You're not helping the situation, Rika. Rena flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheek against her so hard you could almost hear it.
リカちゃんには褒めてもらったお礼に、じゃーん、こ これをサービスね。
2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them towards Rika-chan. After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. How so?
なんだよサトコ、その挑戦的な目は。
Don't you look at me like that, you shit.
皆さんにはレナさんのリンゴを獲得できるだけの賛辞が用意できまして。
強気じゃんよ。ボキャ品のあんたにどんな賛辞が思いつくっての？
ではご覧遊ばせ。
After Sadako flashed Mion and me a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly.
あのね、
Oh, god damn it.
レナお姉ちゃんのお弁当、サトコも美味しかったよ。
Sadako looked up at her pouty while talking cutesy. How was that praise? It's not even persuasion by tears. That's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is Rena, limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Rena! Of course, that was asking for the impossible. Rena glomped Sadako and began rubbing her cheek against her. What is glomped?
サトコちゃんもかわいいよ。お持ち帰り。
Swish. Stab. Push. Sadako was also presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me again with that defiant gaze. It took only 5 seconds to take down Rena. That's unfair! I think she had such a trick.
悔しければレナさんにご褒美がもらえるような賛辞をお考え遊ばせ。
Damn it! That was a dirty trick! First of all, that wasn't even praise!
サトコ、それで勝てたつもりとはね。あんたらの底の浅い技とはわけが違うものを見せてあげようじゃない？
それは頼もしいぜミオ。それはどんな技なんだ？
やるのはケイちゃん。
Thanks, Mion.
は
見せてもらおうでは答えませんか。戸島のあがきを。
The plan of the attack sheet suggested was wicked, but it was the only thing we had to beat Sadako. It was the only way. After sipping my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly. Perfectly.
本当に美味しいよな。これってさ、全部手作りなのかい？
あ、実はね、これほとんど冷凍物なの。
じゃあ、レナの手作りのってどれだい？
恥ずかしいな。教えなきゃダメ？
It's going to be the
どうしても？
It's going to be the goddamn cucumbers again, isn't it? From the synergy of boy paws handmade lunchbox, her expression had melted into euphoria.
わかるよ。これでしょ。
Rena turned an even deeper shade of red. The words "I can't believe it" practically written on her face.
なんでわかるかな？
I have telepathy.
レナの手作り。
Of course, Mion had told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, we did a beat. Next would be the finisher.
レナの匂いがしたから。
Silence enveloped the arena. Rena, face still completely red, froze solid. With a small yelp, Sadako also blushed. Of course, I did too.
レナの手作りのリンゴのウサギさんが食べたいんだ。なんて。
Even if this was all because I was competing against Sadako, it felt like I had crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Then, at that moment... Boost! Ultra Combo! It was a Tupperware container filled with rabbits. Instantly, dozens of the apples were shoved into my mouth, knocking me over. My head was forcibly laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved in my mouth. While she was squirreling one apple after another, was forcing my mouth more apples. How about them apples that are going like we went?
ケイちゃん、殉職見事なり。どうよ、サトコ。うちらの完全勝利だね。
Okay, maybe I'm understanding why people watch slice of life anime now.
こんなんて信じられないですの。悔しくないもん。
Sadako grounded her teeth, mortified. We did it! I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me, and I realized I was about to die. At that time, Lena stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized something.
リコちゃん、食べないの？塩水強すぎたかな？かな？
Looking over, Rika-chan had pulled the toothpick out of the apple lip, placed it into her cuffed hands, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do.
うさぎさんがかわいそうです。助けてあげてほしいです。
I wonder what apple... Yeah, I've seen what an apple rabbit is, right? Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure. That was the sound of blood spurting from Rena's nose. Oh, god damn it. Rena, you're going to go to prison by this goddamn point. She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. Then, coming back to her senses, she took all of the apples around me, gathered them up with a flip, and fixed them back on a plate. Rika-chan wheezed up Sadako's hand like a referee after having that plate of rabbit shut to her. She whispered. God damn it! God damn it! I think I'm gonna die, guys. Thus, my sacrifice ended up being in vain. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. As soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly.
じゃあね、レナにケイちゃん、また明日ね。
ミオ、今日はありがとな。楽しかったぜ。
また明日ね。
Sadako and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion and with just Rena and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home.
ケイチくんも今日は付き合ってくれてありがとう。
We gotta talk about your mind, Rena. We gotta get it out of that damn gutter.
楽しかった？
ああ、楽しかった。まだ家に帰るのが惜しいくらいだぜ。
あ、じゃあさ、ちょっとだけ寄り道してもいいかな？
寄り道？遠いのか？
ちょっと歩くけどすぐ済むから。
Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. And feeling like teasing Lena, I quietly nodded. The backgrounds are really good. Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. That's why it walks. Damn, this place really is dilapidated. A large heap of garbage spread out towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. We called it being in the newspaper.
今日は久しぶりだから 何かあるかな、何かあるかな。
Good old-fashioned dumpster diving.
久しぶりってレナのようはゴミの山かよ。
ゴミじゃないよ。レナにとっては宝の山だもん。
As they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. When I had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers, so that meant there was something cute here.
わあ、新しい山だ。ワクワクワクワク。
She descended the unstable slope with ease. I expected no less from a born and bred country girl.
おい待てよ、今行くから。
Oh, I'm gonna break my ass. My city-way self was completely pitiful.
いいよ、ケイチ君はそこにいて。すぐ済むから。
Rena kindly declined my accompaniment.
転ぶなよ。足元に気をつけろよ。
大丈夫だよ、大丈夫。全然平気。
Literally bounding among the heaps of trash, Rena disappeared from sight. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. About the lively went around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. Thoroughly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Who the hell are you? This guy? Sitting there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tan and fit, and he looked like a black ops agent. But something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. No, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Why was he taking photos of you, though? Oh, whoa, sorry. I'm just scouting this area out just to assassinate someone. I mean, what? Although startled, when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line.
驚いたのはこっちですよ。
ごめん。驚かすつもりはなかったんだ。君はひなみ沢の人かい?
You got dog tags on. What is that? I gathered that he wasn't, from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious gaze, he introduced himself without my prompting.
僕は富武。
Tomikite.
フリーのカメラマンさ。ひなみ沢にはたまに来るんだ。
There's been reports of missing people. I didn't ask who you were.
写真ってのは被写体に断ってから撮るのが礼儀なんじゃないんすかね。
ごめん。メインは野鳥の撮影でね。断った試しがないんだよ。
So what, you're saying I'm the same as the birds?
いや、夕闇に黄昏る少年があまりにも絵になっていたんでね。本人の許可を取らずにファインダーを覗いたことを謝るよ。
Adults are pretty slick. And all of that annoyance I felt for being stalled just flew away as he plotted me up. Whoa. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Rena would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself.
待たせてごめんね。もう終わりにするから。
Rena popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand.
連れがいたのかい? お、彼女はあんなところで何をしているんだい?
Don't worry about that. That's what I want to know.
さあね。昔起こった殺人事件の死体でも探してるんじゃないですか?
Tomika saying looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh, I responded like I would if I was talking with Rena and the others.
嫌な事件だったね。まだ見つかってないんだろ?
This is okay. We're getting to the good shit.
ケイチ君お待たせ。待ったかな、この。
Still haven't found one of the arms, huh? Okay.
馬に蹴られる前に退散するかな。驚かせてすまなかったね、ケイイチ君。
So there was a dismembered body here? Tomika-san shorted a suggested way, then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit.
圭一くん怒ってる？どうしてだろう
Has there ever been a murder in this town, Rena? It wasn't Rena's fault, so I decided to just bust it up for now. Dismembered corpse.
どうだった？
Okay.
掘り出し物は見つかったか？
Interesting. Very interesting.
聞いてあのねあったのランディ君人形
Colonel Randy, doll.
アンディ君人形？
Colonel
あれ
Sanders.
か？ファーストフードの店の前に必ず置いてあるあの等身大人形の？
Fucking goddamn it.
そうランディ君
Dude, Colonel Randy.
かわいいお持ち帰りしたい
Did you know they made a Colonel Randy dating sim? That would have been crazy. We're gonna tell how she decides what's cute or not, but, well, she seems to
あ
want
れはゴミだろ。お持ち帰りしたきゃしてもいいんだぜ。
他の山の下敷きになってるの簡単には掘り出せないし
Hmm.
あそこ明かりがないからすぐ暗くなっちゃうし
Rena seemed quite down about finding treasure and not being able to bring it back.
俺も手伝ってやるよ。今日のうまかった弁当の恩返しってことでさ。
ありがとう
Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us.
ケイチくんが手伝ってくれるランディ君をお持ち帰りできる
Don't worry. Alright, we're gonna bring Colonel Randy for you, Rena. Rena staggered around as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state.
なあレナ、
Has there ever been a murder
あ
here?
そこで昔なんかあった
Dear
の
God.
か？
Come on, give me the good shit.
ダムの工事をやってたんだってね詳しく知らないけど
Okay.
例えばさ、工事中になんかあったとか、事故とか。
知らない
Deb? Her tone was disturbingly frank. Yeah, that was way too fast. It sounded more like denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck when I quickly widened her expression.
実はね去年までよそに住んでたの
That was fucking weird.
レナも転校生だったのか？俺はてっきり。
だからねそれ以前のことはよく知らないのごめんね
Don't really know, don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It was quite a disturbing incident. I still haven't found one of the arms. If it's just like Tomateke-san said, then I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. Only the Higurashi would know. Okay, now we're there's an incident in the past, and the way Rena said that, just no tone, no anything, just medical manner, damn sight murder, newspaper edition. Okay. Alright. Now this is okay, now we chapter 2. Wow. Okay guys, I think this is a good place to end, and we still got more of that slice of life goodness that I love, but we also got a little bit of the mystery of the little tiny bit of it. And ooh, it's already making. Ooh, I'm already thinking. Ooh, I love when games give me little subtle hits, and I'm thinking all of these possibilities in my head. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this type of content, hit that subscribe button. If you liked it, hit the like button. Want to tell me something? Put it down in the comments below. Want to check out the Discord server I hang out in, or my Twitter, check the description below. And yeah, this has been Voidlego. I'll see you guys next time. See ya!
Have you ever wanted to play? You could meet people and kick them in the face. Well, I got news for you. It's a place called Jimmy's Bar. It's